Ramble.
Thank you to BetterHelp, DoorDash, and Drizzly for sponsoring this episode.
Hello. Did you miss me?
We missed you, Matthew.
Thank you. Welcome to this week's episode of You Can Sit With Us. I'm Matt, sitting here with Becky.
Hello.
Maggie.
Hi.
And our girl, Rainie.
Hey, girl.
How's everyone doing? I haven't seen you in forever. We've all been on the travels.
I know we missed you. You were all up in the East Coast.
I was doing a tour.
Yeah.
A Nordic tour, it felt like.
Yeah.
Freezing.
How was it?
So fun.
Yeah.
Too much fun. Too much food, too many drinks, too many friends. Too much.
You're just thriving.
Excess.
Never enough.
Never
you saw
enough.
the cherry blossoms?
I did. I went to
So
DC.
Beautiful.
Jealous.
I was there for the cherry blossom season. Beautiful. So many tourists though. Like it was hard to get pictures because there's so many people.
Sounded like you said there were so many sharks, though.
There's so many sharks. So many
sharks.
tourists. Tourists. And all my friends in DC were complaining that there are so many tourists because it takes them so much longer to get to work. And I was like, well, I'm adding to that.
Plus one, Matt.
Plus me. Yeah.
And then you went
It
to
was
New
great.
York City. You were the
Yeah.
last of
That I was in New
the
York.
spouses to see The Wizard of Friendship.
I know. I hadn't seen it
Yes.
before. I was the last one there.
Yes. What did you think?
It was so fun. It was, I mean, this show is too stupid not to see.
That's true.
You know, it's
That's
too stupid
true.
not to see.
Yes.
But it was really fun. It was really funny. And I brought some friends with me too. So they were just laughing at the whole time because they had no idea what to expect.
Oh,
they had no
okay.
idea. They were walking in blind. So they were like, what the fuck?
Except for Dorian, obviously.
Except for Dorian. Dorian knew
Hashtag
everything
Dorian.
about it. Hashtag Dorian knew everything about it. It's
Yes.
true. And the fans there were so cute too. They were so into the show.
They're so sweet.
So into the show. And they're so sweet. We talked to a bunch of them during like intermission and stuff. So it was really fun. Yeah. Yeah. And I was glad I went after, the guys had gotten into their groove.
Oh, for sure.
Practiced, so I feel like I got to see like the experience, the full experience.
Yes. We're so
Yeah.
proud of them. Keith did such a good job with visuals and like comparing
Yeah.
it to when we
Oh my
saw
gosh.
it in LA to New York. Amazing. Both times were amazing, but just like
Were there less like projections and stuff in the original?
In the
version?
original one, there were no
Oh,
projections.
no projections.
And then there was, or maybe there was like one or two. And then the story was like slightly different. They like filled it out a lot more with different dialogue, made certain things make more sense than in the LA version. Because the LA version was like one straight through, like an hour, I think. And then this was like 2 hours with the intermission.
Yeah.
And obviously they had like an amazing cast.
Right.
That was like actual people who are trying to be on Broadway.
Good dancers
They were
and
so
stuff.
good.
Yeah.
excellent. Yeah.
All the background vocals.
Yeah, they
Yes.
were really, really talented.
Who
Yeah,
was
it was
Keith's
so fun.
dad at your show?
I already forgot his name, but he wrote Spring Awakening.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he looked, honestly, I thought it was Huey's dad. Because he looked exactly like Huey, like exactly ponytail and all. Like I was
Ponytail.
like, oh, it must be Huey's dad.
That is so funny. Also, because Huey's dad is completely bald.
Matt's just
Not
making
Huey's
assumptions.
dad. No, and then during, the little number where they're like singing White People Taco Night, he even went up and like redid Huey's ponytail. So it like really made me think it was like Huey's dad.
Oh my God.
Like,
He's like, I got you.
who does that?
Comfortable.
Who does that? Yeah, but it was cute. It was really fun. What did you think, Becky?
I loved it. Loved it from the LA version and then loved it from the New York version. I thought it was like, way more filled out in New York. And like the projections really added a lot
Yeah, the projections
to the
were
story.
cool.
Yeah.
I like them.
The costumes were cool. Those were pretty similar. I mean, there were more backup people, but some of the costumes were similar. And I love the merch song. I'd never heard that one before.
yeah,
I
the
knew
merch song's
about
funny.
it.
Yeah.
The merch song was like knock off Dear Evan Hansen, and it's about buying merch, and it's just hilarious.
Yes.
Too real.
Just too real, too
real.
funny.
Too real.
Loved
Dorian
it.
even bought merch. I know.
We love to see
Super
it.
fan. Super fan.
We love to see the merch queen.
Yeah. What else did you do in New York? What else did you do?
Because you
What
went,
else did you
Maggie
see?
was in New York too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else
What'd you
guys
do, girlfriend?
So we watched Keith's show. We also went to Brass Tracks one night with Keith and
Oh.
Becky, which was
Saw
the
super
Brass
fun.
Tracks.
Brass Tracks again.
Yes, we actually saw them like all 3 nights. Not they had like an 8 o'clock show and like a 10
You
o'clock
went 3
show.
nights in a row?
I went one night.
They went one
Oh my
night.
gosh.
And then we had other
Groupies.
friends.
You're the Brass Track groupies.
We
now.
are. We love them.
Maggie's a roadie. She's like helping with the gear.
I know. I was kind of like, oh, Zach, is this going to be too much? But we love them so much. We love watching
that's so
live
fun.
music, and they're so sweet. So we're like, oh,
Well, they're so good too. Oh my god.
yeah. The last night we weren't going to go, and then we got dinner with friends, and we're like, oh my god, it's our last night here, and they have a show at 10:30. Like, why not? So we like went and stood by the bar, and we just watched. It was so fun.
Aww.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. And then one of those days we met up with Becky. We walked through Central Park. Still not, the trees aren't blooming. It's
So
all
romantic.
dead.
It's romantic.
We had a bagel together, which was really cute.
Gonna get your New York bagel.
Loved my New York bagel.
New York
Yeah,
bagel.
we did do that. What else did we do? Zach and I kind of stayed put during the day because it was cold. It was very cold, and Zach just had a lot of work to do. So,
What was your favorite? Did you ever get good food though? Besides your bagels.
lots of good food. We love this vegan Szechuan place. We had dinner with Becky and Keith the night
Really
before.
good. Spicy moon.
Spicy Moon.
That was tasty.
Spicy moon.
They have 2 locations.
Served.
Spokeswoman over here.
Yeah, you guys should go if you guys are in New York. Go to Spicy Moon.
Hashtag sponsored.
It's very
Hashtag
yummy.
ad.
It's very yummy, very vibey in there. How was Canada? Do you practice your French?
I'm a little bit. I mean, Canadian French is crazy.
Is it?
It is.
I've never been to. Well,
It sounds crazy.
Yeah, isn't it? It's like French, but with a Midwestern accent, right?
It's like it's like a little more twangy.
Yeah.
you know. But we went to this one drag show, and like, it's all in French. I'm like, you just can't even understand anything. Like they're just like, it's like, brrrr, like they're talking so fast, and like,
Yeah.
the Canadian French accent is just like too much. Too much. You can't understand anything.
What songs did they do?
yeah.
Who knows? You know.
They
Who
did.
knows?
So they did French songs.
Yeah, they did French and American songs, but I mean, the song that we left on because we didn't stay for the whole show was "Coconuts." My coconuts, like a Petrus, you know. So that's the one that I remember because I was like, "Well, she's actually like dancing to this one," but it was really cold in Montreal, like really cold. So it was still snowing.
Was it windy there?
Yeah, it's just like chilling. You know, it's just like, is it the type of cold that just like
You
it's
go
in
outside.
your bones?
Yeah.
So we went to this spa one day called Spa Finlandais, and it's like 30 minutes from the city, and it's like a huge. They have all these like pools and like 10 different saunas and stuff that are like themed by different countries.
Ooh.
So there's like the Finnish one, like the Icelandic one, like the Spanish. Like, you know, it's like
How did
it's
they
cool.
differentiate like Icelandic from Spanish? Was it like
It was actually Mexican, not Spanish, but
or Mexican?
the Mexican one was like in this like mud like igloo thing,
Whoa.
and it was a sensory experience. So it's like hot, like a dry sauna, but then also on the roof they played like projections that are supposed to be like Mayan meditation type things.
Interesting. That's like a good
Yeah.
activity to do in the rain. I was like
It was really
debating on
fun.
like what to do. I'm like, what should I do?
It was really fun. It was so nice. I didn't want to leave. Everyone else was like, I'm done. I'm like, I'm just getting started. Yeah. Like I could stay here all day at the spa.
That sounds so nice.
Well, and it was so cold, so it was nice to like
Your bones needed it.
be in the hot tubs and stuff.
Yeah. Did they have cold dunks
baking.
too?
Yeah, it was so cold. So cold. And they have these like snow stations where they give you like these big like cup things and you can fill them up with snow so that you can like
Put it
put
on
them
your face.
on you when you're in like the heat and stuff, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Who did you
We had a
go
good
with?
time.
Was it like in your whole trip to East? Was it friends or was it like
I did, yeah, friends. Yeah, because I had gone, because I hadn't been to DC in a long time. So I went and stayed with my friend Anthony there, and then saw Eugene's sister. Because Eugene's older sister lives in DC. So we went and got dinner and stuff with them.
Yeah. Wait, was Eugene also there?
No.
No.
Eugene's working. He's always working. Workaholic.
Always working.
He's
Work,
a
work, work,
workaholic.
work.
Always. He'll never take off. It's so annoying. But I think he did get jealous of my vacation because he saw us having too much fun.
He's like, what the heck?
know?
I know.
You had some FOMO. Yeah.
That's you did your job.
That's how you know you did.
Yeah.
Right,
But you have to be
exactly.
the best person you can for yourself so you could be the best person for Eugene. So
That's right.
you've
That's what
always
I'm
been
gonna
good
tell
at
him.
traveling.
I'm gonna tell him that. You've always been good at traveling. Yeah, he was like, "You're always on vacation. You just went to Greece," and I was like, "That was
was years ago.
What are you talking about?
Years ago.
I just went.
Just went to Greece.
Now we have a little exciting game we can play.
Ooh, exciting game.
Exciting game.
Love to hear it.
It's going to wake us up and get us nice and warm for the rest of the day. But it's called the Whisper Challenge. One of us will be wearing headphones. We are going to use one of our Spotify playlists and AI generated whatever, and we'll hit a song. We can tell the audience what it picked for us and expose ourselves. And then that person with the headphones on will try and guess what the other person is saying. Sound fun?
Love. And Rainie's going to tell the audience what we're saying
Yeah,
before,
and-
or
yeah.
they'll be able to hear.
Yes, I'll tell you because you guys will also have to know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen that lip reader on TikTok that can lip read what people are saying?
I see that,
No,
but
but
I don't know if she's doing it right.
I know.
I saw her do one for like Selena Gomez, and I was like, I don't know, that doesn't make any
I
sense.
saw one where she was like, it was two female athletes, and she was like, oh, she said this. And I was like, oh, that looks legit. So I'm going to channel her.
It might be different
legit.
people too. Mine might be a random person.
It might be, honestly.
Like a teenager.
Yeah. So you can put these headphones on with the dongle.
Round one, it's Becky's first.
Okay. I'll do it first.
You have premium, right?
I don't even do Spotify, so.
You don't do Spotify? Are you Apple Music man?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things about you, Matt. I
What's that?
love that you're on Apple Music.
You love it.
Yeah, it's iconic.
He cannot be contained.
It's just all part of the package, you know? It's all about
true.
bundling.
Bundle.
Yeah.
DJ.
There he is.
Mine's going to be like rain sounds.
Sleep music.
Ariana Grande sleep songs. Okay.
In that zone.
It is. It's a song from Naruto, which I think is anime, which was probably on a lo-fi beats playlist, which I like to listen to when I read.
Exposed.
Okay. I'll do my other one is Heart-Shaped Box by Sewer Dogs. Never heard of this, but
Sewer dogs.
I'll tell you if
I
it's
think
good.
they curate based on your listening habits, so they think you'll probably like this.
They think I'll like Sewer Dogs? Okay. Pretty loud.
Becky is a sewer dog.
Okay.
Okay. So
Can you
Becky's
hear us,
listening.
Becky?
Can you hear us?
Who's whispering?
This is Maggie's whispering.
I'm whispering.
The word is heartbreaker.
Okay.
Mm.
You watching me? Okay. You can't hear me though. Heartbreaker.
Heartbreaker.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
she's a lip reader.
How'd
What?
you know that?
Should I do it?
Yeah.
You did.
I might be really good at lip reading, I think.
Should we do a
Should I
sentence?
do another one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give me
okay,
another
I feel like
one.
we need to do longer.
Okay.
I'm not going to enunciate. I feel like I enunciated every consonant and vowel in that, so I'm going to be
The
hard.
celebrities really struggle with it though on Jimmy Fallon. They're like really can't do it. So I did the hardest
Shook.
one that I have is
Oh, wait. Don't look. I'll look at. Okay.
unrequited love.
Oh, okay. That's hard. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Unrecorded love. Or not. I said that wrong.
No,
I know, hold on,
Oh
hold on.
wait,
Requited.
unrequited. Is that
Requited.
Requited.
Unrequited love.
Wicked Love? We're in love?
Unrequited love.
One more time.
Unrequited love.
Nah.
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 What is it?
Unrequited love.
Unrequited.
I'm like, that one's kinda hard.
That was pretty hard.
This is another lo-fi beats.
It's supposed to be-
I think my AI DJ is playing absolutely what's my most played music, which is lo-fi beats, like
beats.
rain noise.
Do you and Keith have separate accounts?
Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you. Okay.
Couldn't tell you. Probably not.
Keith, Zach and I have separate ones, and you can do like a DJ blend of both of your music tastes. So it would be like whatever Keith's listening to plus your lo-fi beats.
Oh, I have.
Well,
Couldn't tell you.
Apple Music also creates a station for you based on your listening.
Whoa. Does it
Spotify
talk
been
to you
all
first?
over that.
Matthew McLean's station.
They have
Does it talk to you? and
Very
say, I'm
original name.
Matt McLean.
No,
Matt
I don't
McLean.
think they're trying to have the computers take over your world.
Because Apple
I think it's my
Come on,
turn.
it's Matt's turn. Okay,
Matt's
here you go.
turn. Becky's gonna talk.
Yeah,
Rainie,
Becky
for
talks to me.
'cause
Yes. Okay.
We're doing a circle.
I like this exposure, like the exposed
Okay.
factor
I'm
of.
putting on Matthew
Yes.
McLean's station.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's
See
an
what comes
added
up first.
fun layer. What a treat.
It's kind of exhilarating.
It sounds like Vietnamese music.
Memories.
This is definitely influenced by David Dang.
Keith and I absolutely love having people over at our house, whether it's for a party or for a dinner. And sometimes those plans are made very last minute, and we don't always have enough alcohol to supply at said parties. And that's why we love Drizzly. It's the most convenient way to buy beer, wine, and spirits with delivery to your doorstep in under 60 minutes. It's super easy to use, so convenient. You get at-home delivery in under 60 minutes. Personally, I am a huge seltzer fan, so that would be my number one go-to. But if it was just like a romantic evening in, obviously a nice bottle of red will do. With Drizzly, you'll always be able to find the best deals based on what's available instead of being stuck to the prices all at one place. You can also send alcohol right to your friends and family's doorsteps. Drizzly is the #1 app for alcohol delivery. Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com, that's DRIZLY.com, and get your favorite drinks delivered today. Ding dong, it's Drizzly. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations.
DoorDash has saved my life so many times. I come back from the grocery store after I get that one item, like I was craving chicken nuggets the other day, forgot ketchup. That's the worst. DoorDash is always there to save me. You've trusted DoorDash to deliver your restaurant favorites, and now you can get grocery delivery that actually delivers too. With thousands of grocery stores to choose from, you'll find the best in your neighborhood and boost your local economy with each and every order. You'll get exactly what you ordered, or we'll make it right. So sit back and enjoy quality groceries, just like you picked them yourself. Want even more value? You can save on all your grocery and restaurant favorites with a $0 delivery fee on all eligible orders with a Dash Pass membership.
Get 50% off your first DoorDash order up to a $20 value when you use the code SITWITHUS23 at checkout. Limited time offer, terms apply. That's 50% off up to $20, no minimum subtotal, and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code SITWITHUS23. Don't forget, that's code SITWITHUS23 for 50% off your first order with DoorDash.
More Vietnamese music. Okay, now it's Jessie J.
Okay.
Which song by Jessie
Okay,
J?
wait, I need to be higher music though. I can do it. Okay.
I want love. Now he's dancing.
I think it's gonna be hard because you hear like
The words
in the
song.
music.
Uh-huh.
So, Becky,
Yeah.
the word is wildebeest.
Wildebeest.
Huh?
Wildebeest.
The bee's knees?
Oh.
Wildebeest.
Christmas?
Wildebeest.
Wildebeest.
Yeah!
You did it.
You're a little boy.
The bee's knees.
I was like, bee's knees?
That's pretty good.
Wait, are we doing one more? One more. I feel like we have to do one more.
Okay.
He loves it now. I was very much enunciating for him.
Yeah.
Let's do literally.
Ooh.
Literally.
Listerine?
Oh my God.
Literally.
Listen to me?
Literally.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Very good.
You can only tell the L because you're like,
The L. But I saw on the TikTok, they said you only do that when you're like lip syncing or like saying, when you're like planning on saying the letter L, because when you say L, it stays in your mouth. But then when you're trying to like exaggerate
you
it,
normally like literally.
it's
It's only like the
and
back
it comes
here,
out.
and then
We got to have our moms back on to explain the little speech
Right?
paths.
Exactly.
The tongue thrust.
Oh my gosh. Well, now it's going to be yours, and I hope I have a really hard one for you.
Do you? Okay.
I
All
hope
right.
so.
Let's see.
Well, you have to tell us what's on your list, DJ.
Oh,
DJ.
I can't believe mine was Jessie J. How random.
I know.
You love Jessie J.
Okay.
And apparently Vietnamese music. Vietnamese pop. V-pop.
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 I'm just going to hit the Corn Diddy Mags Bustamante blend. So it'll get to the song.
Blend.
Blend.
The blend.
Blend.
And you guys can guess who it is. Is it me or Zach?
Oh.
Shuffle.
Who is it?
Shakira.
She
It's a
swapped.
remix of Voulez-vous. Voulez-vous from ABBA.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's an ABBA remix.
Yeah. You want to hear it?
I feel like it could be any of you.
I feel like it could be either. I feel like that's on like a party mix.
It's a party
I feel like
mix.
you guys are
Yeah.
you are the remix together.
It's the overlap. It's the overlap.
It's the overlap.
We played it at our wedding.
ABBA remix.
Yeah.
ABBA overlap.
Okay.
Cute. You actually have to do it pretty loud.
Yeah.
Who's
Ready?
talking?
All right. Your word is farmhouse.
Farmhouse.
Furmouse?
Farmhouse.
Furmount?
Farmhouse. Farmhouse.
Firm house.
Look, pretty close. Pretty close. Farm. House.
Firm house?
Pretty close.
Pretty close. We'll give it to you. Point.
What is it?
Farmhouse.
Farmhouse.
Farmhouse. I'm like,
You kept saying firm house.
firm house. Firm house. Okay.
Some
Another.
people probably pronounce it firm.
That's true. It's a firm house.
Exactly.
Let's go down to the firm house.
Jungle gym.
Oh.
Oh.
Jungle gym.
Jungle gym.
Hey.
Yeah, that one's so fast.
Wow. Matt's pretty low key when he enunciates too. He's just like,
I was trying not to be too much. I was trying not to be too much.
farmhouse. I'm like, what is your lips? What are your lips doing? Okay, that was fun.
When if I didn't change them at all, I'm just like farmhouse.
Uh-huh.
Farmhouse.
Uh-huh.
Farmhouse.
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 You're like ventriloquism.
Farmhouse.
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 Don't you want to go to the farmhouse with me?
Farmhouse.
For anyone listening, Matt is making a horrifying face and not moving his lips or eyes at all. So timestamp this and go back and look at it on YouTube.
Skills, Becky, skills.
Go back, look at it on YouTube, screenshot it, send it to us so we can frame it.
Oh my God. Trying to meme me up, Becky.
Meme.
Meme.
All right. Are we
Tickles.
ready for the bracket episode? The titular segment.
Chilla segment.
Okay, who even does brackets?
Anybody who's anybody.
I can't remember the last time I did a bracket.
Anybody.
NBA people? Isn't March Madness a bracket?
That's true.
Is that NBA? NBA.
Did I say NBA?
NBA.
NBA.
Baseball, right? And then NBA.
MLB. MLB is baseball.
MLK Day. Becky and I watch a lot of sports.
30 for 30, Michael Jordan.
Well, because it was just, you're trying to say it was March Madness.
March Madness. I think March Madness is a bracket, right?
Rainie, you don't know?
Girl, I don't know. I don't know that.
Let's see. I'm going to Google, is March Madness a bracket?
I mean, the last,
March Madness bracket.
remember what happened the last sports game I played at the Super Bowl? Remember what happened to me? I was robbed. You don't remember this? I was robbed.
Wait, Matt, you should tell this story of how you were. Well, Matt didn't play in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was really
I was literally playing the Super Bowl
Matt was.
and I won, and then I was robbed.
He was robbed by a straight white man.
What was it? Squares? What was the game
Squares?
called?
I actually don't
Grid?
know.
Squares?
Yeah, it was like the game that Paul had.
It was
What's it called?
basically the point of the game was we were supposed to guess the songs that she played. Rihanna played just during the Super Bowl halftime show. So we could initial anywhere, and all the titles of her discography were covered. And then whoever got like the most correct won.
No, it was like you had to be exact square.
Oh.
It was like it was like a grid, and it was like 10 of her songs on the top and 10 of her songs on the side. And
Okay.
it was like the side one was like the first song she plays, and the top was the last song she plays. So it was like a grid. So whenever they met up,
That's
whoever
whoever.
had initialed in that little box was the winner.
Oh. So how
It
did
was all by chance. It's a very like roulette type
right
game, you
and-
know?
which is why they were covered.
Yeah.
So how
then-
did you win and then not
Well,
win?
because Nick's husband, Paul, announced. He's like, "Who's MJM?" And I'm like, "That's me.
Matthew Joseph.
Matthew Joseph McLean. That's me." And I won. And everyone, we were at the pool, and there's like, everything's on the big screen, all this stuff. And I jumped up screaming
He was so
in
excited.
excitement. I had won. And then 2 seconds later, Kelsey
Another.
Dara comes up, and she's like, "You didn't win.
Oh my God.
You didn't win." You didn't win. Who do you think won?
A straight white man.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, that
Another one.
sucks.
Another one.
Another
That
one.
sucks. Apparently, Paul had misread the script, and Kelsey was pointing out his mistake,
She's
which
a
was
truth
mean.
seeker. A truth seeker.
which is mean.
Oh, he was just having
We're
a
gonna
good
have her on the
time.
podcast, and I'm gonna confront her.
Exposed.
We're
Yeah.
gonna tell her that
We're gonna
she's coming
confront
on.
her.
Yeah, she's coming on to talk about her podcast changes with Zach being on it now.
Yes.
And instead, it's gonna be
Why'd
Matt.
you do this? To
Ambushing
me? I feel
her.
attacked.
It's gonna be a red table talk. An
We have
ambush.
Yeah.
And then we'll phone into the straight white man.
So
and
that
get
was
his
the
perspective.
last sports game I played.
So that is not a bracket. So a bracket, for those who don't know, is when there are a list of things on one side.
Like a tournament.
It's a tournament.
Tourney.
Yeah. And you start knocking each other off by going closer and closer and closer.
Mm-hmm.
So the top two things will go against each other, and whoever loses is out. Whoever wins goes on to the next, compete with the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little more of a visual
Yeah.
game. Like a visual thing. But people still know them. Like March Madness, they got to know.
Oh yeah, and
Right, you
TikTok.
gotta know.
Are you guys on bracket TikTok?
I'm not on bracket
Oh, I'm
TikTok.
on big time bracket TikTok. Like, that's bracket
Big
TikTok.
time.
Yeah, where it's just like we're playing the game. The game is essentially what TikTok is. Maybe I'll cut some clips so we can go
Whoa.
by.
So we can go Vi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
You want to go viral?
Yeah.
Bye bye.
That would be Liddy.
Okay,
Hottest.
so the first bracket is hottest monster.
Okay.
You're on The Bachelor with all of cinema's most salacious monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Who gets the rose?
Oh.
Oh,
Uh,
Oh.
so who are the monsters? We have Edward Cullen,
from Twilight.
Eric Northman,
From True Blood.
True Blood, Sully,
From Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc., Scar,
From The Lion King.
President Snow,
From Hunger Games.
The Night King,
From Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones,
Okay.
White Walker.
Hades,
From Hercules.
and Predator.
From Predator. So the first two that are going to go up against each other,
Edward Cullen and Eric Northman.
we're going vampire versus vampire. I do like that it's Eric Northman season 1 specific. For anyone who watches True Blood after season 1, how could he not win?
Yeah. Well, I was like, is he even a monster in season 2?
A monster of love. A monster of my heart. So what do you guys think? Who's going to win?
It's obviously Edward Cullen. Come on.
Whoa, obviously.
Obviously.
Did you watch True Blood?
Yeah, but who cares? He doesn't have
Suki
sparkling
cares.
skin.
But they're both
true.
immortal. It's kind of, I think it's strategic that they both put vampires. I assume they can't age because they're both vampires, right? And they live forever. I didn't watch True Blood. What happened to True
True Blood, you can die.
True Blood, you can die.
Well, you can, yeah.
You can die in Twilight too.
But you don't age.
Your little
Twilight lives
head
forever.
chopped off.
Eric
yeah.
is from where is he from? Like he's like a Nordic.
Yeah, he's
King.
it's what's his name? He's a Skarsgård, right?
Yeah.
he's a
Yeah.
Skarsgård. So he's
Yeah.
from Sweden.
Yeah, but are you thinking like you want a husband who ages?
Not saying that aging is bad, but I mean,
Oh, it's a pro for both of them.
yeah.
And Matt, I'm fascinated that you're an Edward Cullen stan.
And it was so hard and
Yeah.
so fast.
Yeah, who isn't?
You were so divisive.
Who isn't?
I think he's
You
kind
have
of
no
weird.
response.
Yeah.
You have no
I don't
rebuttal.
know. I mean,
She has
Eric
no
was
rebuttal.
pretty evil in the first season, but I can't like erase Eric from later in the season.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I can't erase what Edward does later on in Twilight either.
I mean,
I'm like-
you're on The Bachelor. Who are you going to give the rose to of those two?
I mean, I would be looking at what our future would be like.
Yeah.
And yes, he maybe killed a lot of my family, but I would take Eric Northman
Yeah,
over.
he's so hot.
One is
Emotionally
like, dark and
manipulative Edward
stormy,
Cullen.
and one is like, I'm going to suck all of your blood.
He is like a 6'5", 6'7" Nordic man made of muscle.
Made of
Am I
muscle.
taking him or pasty, shiny 5'7" Edward Cullen? Not a chance, baby.
Wow, you don't
We're
like
kings.
things that glisten, huh?
I don't like things that glisten.
I'll remember that.
So Maggie, you're the tiebreaker.
Uh-oh.
You have to choose one.
Did you watch True Blood?
I didn't.
It's my favorite show.
It's a really good show.
I hear it's a good
really
show.
good
I
show.
didn't watch
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It was very salacious for the time that it was on.
What I'll say is, however hot you think Eric Northman is, he's hotter.
Right? I'm like, look, objectively, I'm just looking at the bracket and I'm like, yeah, Eric.
And he gets a haircut.
Yeah, he does.
I was like,
gets a hot haircut.
Yeah.
Basically, he gets his hair cut off.
Yeah.
And he can go into your dreams.
What do you mean, haha, haircut?
I rewatched
He can go
Twilight
into your
with
dreams.
Zach for Guilty Pleasures, and I'm going to say, Edward, he not it. It's
Oh
Eric.
my god,
Ooh, suck it, Matt.
he's gonna kill all of
You
you.
twihard.
He's literally gonna kill all of you. You're dead.
And it's
You're
gonna
dead.
be
You can't
beautiful.
continue the bracket. You're already dead.
It's going to be beautiful, and we're going to have a passionate night of
You're already
lovemaking
dead.
before he does that. So we're going into cartoon land.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got Sully from Monsters, Inc., the big fluffy guy who
Yep.
kind of looks like a puppy
Yep.
or like a puppy ogre. And then we also have Scar, who killed his own brother.
Yeah.
Murderer.
Yeah.
But Sully scares
You like
kids.
murderers though, so
Well,
I mean, it
Sully's
kinda
friends with Boo, though.
Sully like oddly reminds me of my dad, so I'm gonna go with Scar. There's something about Sully and my dad that have something in common, and I do not like it. So I'm gonna go with Scar. Kill your brother. Go
wow.
rise to power.
Apparently, this is the murder love podcast over here.
Yeah.
That's what The Bachelor is. If you watched it too, so
I don't know. That whole scene where he kills his brother is so sad. I don't know if I could be with someone like that. I think I'm going to go with Sully. Yeah.
I understand.
He's a big furry guy.
Yeah,
What's
I think
not
we
to
have
like
to go. I think we have to go.
with Sully.
The souls.
Yeah.
I think
Soulster.
we have to go with Becky's dad. Yeah.
Okay, so now we go between Eric Northman and Sully.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would have sex with a monster. I don't think I'd have sex with a big furry monster. So I'm gonna go Eric. I just feel like Sully would be like very warm and like very furry, and like Eric seems hairless.
And cold.
Yeah.
You'd be an icicle when you woke up in the morning.
Don't worry, we'd warm ourselves up, Matt.
Yeah.
I would also pick Eric Northman.
I know. I would pick
Yeah.
Eric Northman just based on like this
Too
is The
much
Bachelor.
hair.
This is The Bachelor,
Too much
right?
fur.
Yeah.
We're not judging character here.
Character.
Yeah.
Not personality.
So Eric.
Eric
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Eric he's got to battle it out.
He's in the final.
He's in the final.
The
Eric has
finale?
won it. So
The Battle Royale.
he's our battle royale number 1. So now we have to pick from the other side.
Okay.
We have President Snow from the Hunger Games.
Right.
Versus the Night King. I will admit, I did not watch Game of Thrones, so I don't know who this man is.
Yeah.
President Snow has committed war crimes.
Yeah.
I mean, this side of the bracket is a little more challenging.
Thank you,
what I
Matt.
mean?
I do find it a little more difficult.
It's definitely more challenging. I mean,
So what did the Night King do?
visually, if you're just looking at them, it's more challenging.
Yeah. So do you want the roughly 70-year-old man or the blue horned devil?
Yeah.
Is the Night King alive?
Rainie.
Oh my gosh, I have to play.
I was like, Ray, you can't say that.
I asked her. It was my fault. I'm sorry.
Raina, just bleep it. Just bleep it.
Well, it's weird because
Didn't Game of Thrones come out like 100 years ago?
timelines are like,
spoil it?
they're like different timelines are existing kind of at once type of a thing.
I see. So this happens in the new series. Are there things about the new series? No?
No. Just
No.
let's say like season 2.
Okay.
You know, if you're in season 2, which one?
I mean, I just really don't like President Snow.
I was gonna say I just really love the baby blue eyes.
So I think I'd go with the Night King.
They're like piercing. you know?
Yeah. And he also looks hairless. I like this. President Snow has like
terrifying.
a big beard.
He looks terrifying.
He looks terrifying.
Hairless is a really big thing for you.
I don't like hair.
Tell me more about the Night King.
Tell me more.
Tell me more.
He's very powerful, and he literally brings people back from the dead.
Oh, he
so
does?
you have all your family around you, all your friends,
Okay. Easy.
and he has a whole army, so you could get whatever done you wanted to get done.
Okay.
Well, he brings them back from the dead, but like they're monsters, right?
Well, then they.
Semantics.
If you would call
You're like a
him a
zombie.
monster, you know.
Okay. I'm just like trying to imagine going to like a Denny's or somewhere on the weekend. With
I love that
either
your
of
date
these
night
men.
is Denny's.
Do you go there often on the weekends?
I like pancakes. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Night King.
Wow, unanimous.
Unanimous Night King.
Yeah.
Next up, we have another two hotties. Hades from Hercules and Predator from Predator.
Predator looks terrifying.
Predator
Predator
is
is very
terrifying. I would
challenging.
not pick Predator.
Predator is very challenging.
Predator is a challenging looking alien who really wants to kill everyone. So I think Predator would want to kill me.
Yeah.
So I don't think I think I'd go with Hades. He has like a hotter voice too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Predator like doesn't even talk.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you could probably like manipulate Hades more, you know?
Oh, definitely. He seems like a pushover. He seems like a pushover for sure.
And he like, you could probably actually communicate with him.
Yeah. You're basically
Like
Persephone.
the Predator person. I feel like
You're basically
not as much.
Persephone if you marry Hades. So you were
That's
just like
true.
Beautiful name.
sunshines and rainbows.
Beautiful name.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. So I think that was an easy one. That was an easy one to knock out.
Slam dunk.
So now
Or
Hades versus the Night King.
Hot versus cold.
Hot versus cold.
Yeah.
I think I would
Fire versus ice.
I would go with Hades
Same.
again.
Yeah.
But only because I don't
You
know
just like
anything
those broad
about the Night King.
You just like those broad shoulders.
I love the broad shoulders. Like he's just such a
And
tiny
you
little
just love
pointy
the,
head.
The dagger teeth.
I think
I mean, those are real. And the yellow eyes.
better to look at you
The
with.
yellow eyes.
hottie,
And you would just run
body.
your fingers through his fire hair and your hand would just
And I would never be
disappear.
cold. I would never be cold. So
I think he's a
Hades
good
wins.
singer, which is a perk.
He's a good singer.
which is a perk. So
Yeah.
Hades.
I would pick the Night King, I think.
Well, you've been outvoted.
Again.
So
Wow. Wow.
Wait, why would you choose the Night King over Hades?
Who wouldn't? You know what I mean?
It's a Catholic guild.
all of us.
Wouldn't. I mean, I feel like Hades, you have to like be underground. You're like living under the earth. It's sort of pressing. With the Night King, you could literally conquer the whole world. You know?
That one's power.
You could literally conquer the whole world.
You're a princess. You're the princess of the world.
He wants to be the Night Queen.
Night Queen. Yeah. Literally conquer the whole world.
But you still lost.
Living the dream, but you still lost. So now we've got, we got Eric Northman versus Hades for the monsters. One monster to rule them all. I think it's going to be unanimous.
Yeah.
Eric.
Hades. Oh.
Matthew, you little trickster, you.
I mean, this one's a challenge. A real duel.
I like that they're all challenges for you. A real duel.
Just visually, one's red, one's blue. You know? Mm-hmm. What Hades can never die. Eric, you could cut his head off. He's dead.
Yeah, you could kill Eric.
So what do you want, forever?
Didn't they rip hearts
Or
out?
for today?
Isn't that their thing?
I thought
Forget how they
vampires
died.
couldn't die.
Yeah, the sunlight. It's the sunlight.
Sunlight.
So you're both in darkness.
But he actually
they're
Had
both in
something else where they
darkness.
like turned to like stone for a second. didn't they?
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
wait,
talking
what
about?
was that?
Yeah.
Oh, was it the like iron or some sort of
Something,
yeah?
yes, would make them go like, and then they would like
Yeah.
shatter.
It's just such a great show.
Such a good show. For anyone who hasn't watched True Blood, go back, give it a go.
Yeah,
a really
it's
good show.
really chaotic. They drop plot lines left and right,
Yeah.
and it's
Who
just
needs
everything
them?
I want.
You know, who needs them?
Yeah.
So Eric is the hottest monster.
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 I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another controversial topic: best cult television shows.
Okay, so what makes a television show a cult television show? Like cults watch it?
No.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's it.
But how do you get to the classification of like a cult television show?
Like watchability over the years.
So like you
Like-
keep going back to it.
Yeah, I would say like rewatching, knowing quotes from the show, or that just have a huge like cultural, like pop cultural impact
Yeah.
on the world.
So Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
should've put
Miles
Grey's
will be offended that
Anatomy.
Grey's is not on
I
here.
can't believe.
Yeah.
Because you
I
picked
know.
some
Did I
newer
even pick
shows.
Any Shonda?
You have no Shonda
Oh
Land.
gosh, that's
my
offensive.
gosh. I didn't know Rainie was a Shonda hater.
She's a Shonda hater. She does not want to go to Shonda Land. She's out.
my gosh.
Wow.
Rainie.
I'm like borderline. Do we replace Vampire Diaries with Scandal?
Oh my god.
You could have. You could have.
Oh my gosh, whichever show loses is relinquished from the universe.
Wow.
But don't they all lose except for one?
Yeah.
Everybody loses except for one. So you're going to relinquish all of these other shows.
Like they never happened.
Like they never even happened.
Like a brain erasure.
Yeah.
Okay. So first we have The Office against New Girl. Office.
The Office.
The Office.
Wow.
Where Office stands in this
That's.
house.
I mean, I agree, but you're gonna ruffle some feathers.
Really?
You
Yeah.
think
I
so?
did like New Girl though.
I
thought
did
New Girl
like
was a
it.
very
I
cute
did
show.
like New Girl, yeah. I mean, The
mean-
Office is just iconic, you know?
Yeah, it is really.
I
funny.
turn it on when I'm making dinner, when I just need a little comfort show. It's
Yeah,
yeah.
it
It's
is
so-
definitely like a It's so familiar.
Yeah. I rewatched it with my mom like years ago. First season.
For The Office?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like first season into like part of second season, you're like, oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Well, also it's like, which are there more memes of?
The
Office.
Office.
Yeah.
There are a lot of Office.
When was
memes.
the last time you got a New Girl meme? Can't remember. Office meme yesterday.
I liked Erin with Andy, and I was sort of bummed when she switched to the Jake Lacey guy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, obviously Andy was a crazy person, but
Andy was wacky. But he went to Cornell. Very proud of it.
Okay, that was an easy one. This one is The White Lotus versus The Rehearsal.
Ooh.
I mean, you already know my answer for this.
Both make me so uncomfortable.
I hate The Rehearsal. I think it's,
Matt's a rehearsal.
I really hate
hater.
it. I really hate it.
Well, Matt doesn't like
It's
cringe.
like so
you don't like cringe
uncomfortable.
content.
It's like so
Yeah.
uncomfortable. And it's doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where The White Lotus is uncomfortable, but it makes me feel good.
yeah,
It makes you
It's
feel good.
interesting. Interesting.
Also, which has more memes? When was the last time you got a rehearsal meme?
Okay, yeah, rehearsal meme, not a lot, but Nathan Felder memes, a lot. I hope
Yeah.
you're hungry for nothing. That's a big meme.
That's
a big
This
meme.
is not part of
Yeah.
our little game here.
That's
Our
true.
sports game.
But also, one has 2 seasons, and the other has 1 season.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it'll only have one season though.
Nathan
Not a
Fielder's worked on
chance.
other
He just
shows
won
though.
stuff.
He has like Nathan for You.
yeah, yeah.
I'm sure there'll be more of the rehearsal.
So White Lotus makes you feel good
Oh
because
yeah.
I think it is sort of funny,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I feel good.
I would say I was
I feel good.
unsatisfied by the second season.
Oh,
Except for the last episode I really enjoyed. But there are parts of it that I felt I had to follow storylines for no reason. Where I was like, I don't really care
Kind
about
of
these
like
people.
True Blood.
Why did you say it like that? Kind of like True Blood. Like a lady in an elevator.
The winner of the last bracket, Becky. So you're really choosing the rehearsal. That's what you're sounding like.
I don't know. I wouldn't say either of them were like my number one show I've ever seen in my life. Where like Office, I'm like, that is probably one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life.
I'm like, which do I want to see another season of? White Lotus.
I can understand why White Lotus appeals to a wider audience because when episodes were dropping, I felt like everyone was talking about it. Whereas I
It's
feel like the
true.
rehearsal is a
More
little bit more
culty.
niche.
Mm.
I know Zach loves the rehearsal,
Yeah.
loves Nathan Fielder, but I can understand why a lot of people don't like watching it because it is leans into cringe and makes you feel very uncomfortable. But I think I thought it was funny.
You got to make a choice.
you got to pick. You got to Sophie's Choice it.
Yeah, le choix.
Nathan Fielder has other TV shows, so I think I'm gonna have to go with White Lotus.
Dun dun dun.
You don't think what's his name?
What a good
has-
decision. Okay, next.
You don't think what's his name has more TV shows? He was on Survivor.
Who?
Mike White.
Oh.
The guy who created White Lotus.
You're right.
Ned
But also,
Schneebly.
also the rehearsal is kind of all about one person. In White Lotus, there's many.
No, it's
yeah, I
about-
feel like you could follow more. There's more
Yeah.
storylines to
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah, and there's more characters.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't
And
say
like-
there are a lot of
Characters on the rehearsal, yeah.
There are a lot of characters.
Yeah. But if you look, I feel like the budgets are so different. So like, I don't know, what's
What's
more?
HBO though?
Yeah, true.
That's a good point, though. What's more bang for the buck?
yeah.
Who's
They're
done
both
more
very
with
tight.
less?
They're
I mean,
both HBO.
Which one
Yeah.
have you gotten more memes of? Which
Yeah.
one's literally on
That
t-shirts?
is meme con.
Which one's more on
only.
t-shirts? I've seen so many White Lotus t-shirts.
Really? Is it
I have not
anything
seen-
other than the gays are trying to kill me?
Yeah.
What's the T-shirt you've seen?
I feel like
Like this little image here of Jennifer Coolidge. on the
Jennifer
Vespa.
Coolidge. Yeah.
Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig. on the
That one
Vespa.
is good.
Okay, well, we already decided. So now we're So now we're against The Office versus White Lotus.
The Office.
The Office.
I mean, this is new versus old.
Yeah.
You know, in 5 years, what are you
Yeah.
going to say?
We've got like what? Like
I mean-
15 million seasons of The Office?
Yeah.
15 million
15 bajillion.
seasons.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. The last few years have been incredibly challenging, and it's been a really good time to actually get to know ourselves. And getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing. You know, as we get older, as the world changes, as our environment changes, we change. And that's what therapy is all about. It's about deepening your self-awareness and understanding. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who can take you on that journey of self-discovery from wherever you are. Here at You Can Sit With Us, we absolutely love therapy. It's great to have someone to bounce ideas off of, someone who can be impartial, someone that you feel like you can fully speak your mind to. Therapy is super helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/sitwithus today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sitwithus.
Yeah, I would say The Office is more of a cult classic.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. The characters.
White Lotus is more nouveau, you know?
Yeah.
So next we're hopping over to Seinfeld versus Parks and Rec.
I never really watched Parks and Rec.
I never really watched
I
Seinfeld.
gave it a chance and I just never kind of got
Yeah,
into it.
I get that.
I never really watched Seinfeld, though.
But I know people love it. My best friend's obsessed with it.
Yeah. I watched Seinfeld a lot when I was younger, but I never watched it in chronological order. Whereas I love
Parks
Parks
and
and
Rec, I
Rec.
saw every single episode.
Yeah.
I love Parks and Rec.
I would say it is another hard, like old versus new. Because I feel like if you go by like cult following, Seinfeld has a huge cult following.
yeah.
And it like spans different ages.
Yeah.
Whereas Parks and Rec, I feel like is like more
Yeah.
a millennial.
Do you like Seinfeld?
The episodes I saw, I thought were okay.
So these are sort of flop for you. Both are sort of like
this was sort of a flop. Yeah, that category is kind of a flop. But the episodes of Seinfeld I have seen,
yeah.
I do like remember them very well because
Yeah.
they were like
Iconic, like the
yeah,
soup.
the soup
guy.
one was iconic,
Yeah.
and then I also really like the episode where Jerry has all the checks from his grandma, and he never cashes them, and then he cashes them all at once, and then his grandma's like stranded because she doesn't have any money.
Oh, no.
He took all the money out of her bank account because he cashed all these like birthday checks at the same time. I thought that was really cute.
You're like, I relate.
I relate. Bankrupting my grandparents.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
So I think I would go with Seinfeld because I think more people love Seinfeld than Parks and Rec. The Parks and Rec is huge. Like I would say is like right beneath The Office in terms of like
Yeah.
the
You
way
think
people
so?
love TV shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
even more than White Lotus.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
would say way more people like Parks and
We're
Rec
in
than White
different
Lotus.
crowds.
We're in different crowds.
Okay, what do you guys think?
I think Seinfeld.
Think Seinfeld?
I want
Really? You think so? Wait.
I think Parks and Rec.
I thought you watched every episode.
I did watch every episode of Parks and Rec, but it doesn't have the same gravitas as Seinfeld.
Wow.
Cultural influence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
exactly.
like I'm stunned.
Walking Dead versus Vampire Diaries.
Well, I've talked about my Walking Dead issue on this podcast before. I don't think that child.
Right.
I don't think we should have put all of our resources into helping Carl live a little longer. It's a zombie world. Like I think he was shot. Let him go. Stop. This kid's asking to go. Let him leave.
Yeah.
Vampire Diaries. Toxic relationships left and right. But did I stand Klaus and Caroline forever? Yes. Yes.
I abstain my vote.
Wow. Have you not seen them?
I don't know enough about either. Like I watched a little bit
Yes,
of
you
Walking
do.
Dead.
Well, you watch Legacies.
Yeah, but that's not.
That's a Vampire Diaries spinoff. So you basically love Vampire Diaries.
But that's not it.
But it's a Vampire Diaries spinoff, so you love
But
it.
it's not it. I'm abstaining.
Wow.
Unless I have to be the tiebreaker.
Walking Dead or Vampire. Have you watched either of them?
I haven't watched either of them, guys. I don't. Rainie.
Do you like
Can I have a
zombies,
help?
or do you
Lifeline?
want?
Like
Zombies
Do you like
or
zombies, or do you want
vampires?
to choose another vampire show after all the vampire shows we talked about?
Twilight is a movie. True Blood
I know
and Vampire
I
Diaries
know
are
The
shows.
Walking Dead is huge,
Huge.
but I think I'd rather pick vampires over zombies.
See? So you didn't need my tiebreaker.
We didn't even need you. So now it's Vampire Diaries versus The White Lotus.
Oh.
Very two different
no,
genres.
Vampire,
Oh no, versus The Office?
No, Vampire Diaries versus Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld, yeah.
And then it's Seinfeld versus
The Office.
The Office.
Ooh.
Oof.
I mean, I would go with The Office.
I think I have to go with The Office.
Just because I think more people are, and this is totally this is an uneducated assumption. I think more people are finding The Office and watching it than find Seinfeld and watching
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I feel like you have to have someone in your life saying watch Seinfeld to make you go back and watch Seinfeld.
Yeah. Wait, did you breeze by Vampire Diaries versus Seinfeld?
Yeah, we did Seinfeld.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, love Vampire Diaries. Obsessed. But in terms of cult following, Seinfeld for sure has a bigger cult following.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm caught up. Now, The Office versus Seinfeld, you're thinking The Office. Probably.
I'm Team
Okay.
Office.
I think Office.
Unanimous. We win.
We did it.
That's
Unanimous.
crazy,
We
though.
flew through.
that The Office. I mean, you guys
Unanimous.
are millennials at heart.
We are
Office is a
true
big millennial vibe.
millennials.
Yeah.
Are you young enough to be millennial?
I've
now?
been alive for a millennia, so yes.
Are you not a
sure?
boomer,
I
Gen
am-
Xer?
Millennia. I've been alive for
Are
a
you a
millennia.
boomer?
I've been alive for a millennia.
Yeah.
He's like patting his under
Maybe a
eye.
boomer. Who knows?
We have an audience question. Should I demote my maid of honor?
Oh, shoot.
Hi, you can sit with us, crew. I love the pod with all the weddings y'all plan and been in part of. I would love some advice. I'm getting married at the end of the year.
Whoop, whoop.
With though it's a small wedding as I can have. Even though it is small, I'm planning a spa weekend. Love a spa weekend. Just went.
Love.
With a group of my friends because I'm not really the wild bachelorette type. Yeah, we're not the same. That's supposed to happen a month before my wedding. So there's a lot of simultaneous planning going on. I mean, weddings is just nonstop.
Nonstop.
Yeah.
Nonstop.
I'm going to be real. One of my bridesmaids is being a bigger help than my maid of honor. When I asked her to be my maid of honor, it felt like an easy decision because she's my best friend and we always help each other through stressful points of life. She said she would help wherever I needed. And I've had to reach out to her in triple text just for a 2-line response. I don't expect her to drop everything for the wedding, but I at least expected her to be involved and, in her own words, alleviate stress and be on my side. My other bridesmaid is doing more maid of honor duties, and I feel so bad having her basically be my right-hand gal without the title. I'm not sure what to do from here. Even with people I'm close with, I have crippling social anxiety. I don't know if this is something I can possibly fix or if I should just let things be. Would love to hear any words of wisdom you have to say about the matter.
It's tough.
Yikes.
It's tough.
So, in your mind, what does a maid of honor mean?
Most recent Senora?
Yeah, I'm a Signora now.
Yeah.
So I actually didn't have a maid of honor. I have 2 sisters, 1 sister-in-law, and I just felt like it was like too much to just give one person that role because I was like, it's a communal effort. And I just wanted people to be surrounded by love and to get ready and do all the lovely things and not have expectations that just because you're in the bridal party, you have to like do stuff for me. But this is complicated because you've already formally asked your best friend to be your maid of honor. So I feel like it is really hard to take that back without it being an uncomfortable situation. I feel like you kind of maybe need to restructure your expectations for your best friend because sometimes a lot of people don't, especially people who haven't planned a wedding before or been in a bridal party before, sometimes they just simply like do not know.
They don't know.
They don't
Yeah.
know. They don't know what they don't know. And that's kind of, it seems like you're fortunate enough to have other bridesmaids that are helping, and that's amazing. And you should lean on them, and they should also ask for help when they need help from the other bridesmaids. And it's definitely a tough situation to be in, but
I mean, does maid of honor really mean you have to do, like that person has to do all those things?
I mean, there are like responsibilities that maids of honors are traditionally in charge of, quote unquote. Like they're supposed to, like tradition says, they're supposed to plan the bachelorette and they're supposed to have a majority of the duties the wedding days. But you kind of just do what you want. I've been to plenty of weddings that didn't even have a bridal party. So
Just a title.
It's just a title.
That's what I'm like. It's just a title. If your other friend's helping you more, like beep beep say la vie. Like you're getting help.
Yeah.
But if it's really bugging you that your other friend isn't helping, I would reach out and be like, is everything okay?
Yeah.
Because you seem a little distracted when it comes to this thing. And I was really excited to do all these things with you.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
And another thing that could also help is kind of designating tasks as you approach and kind of anticipate what things you'll need on the wedding day could be helpful, and be like, hey, I really would love if you could help me with X, Y, and Z. And then knowing that your other bridesmaids will be helping you.
Set expectations ahead of time.
Yeah. Give people the heads up, because you can't also hold resentment and expect that people will just be around and anticipate your needs for you. I mean, some people who have planned their weddings will be like, oh, this was my experience with my wedding and I'm happy to help you with X, Y, and Z. But sometimes giving people a little bit more direction is helpful, especially when people haven't been in a bridal party before and they don't know. They don't know.
Yeah, they're not going to be mind readers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good time to think about like, what was your conversation with her when you asked? Did you set the expectations being like, you know, I expect you as my maid of honor to do these things? Or are we just like, be my maid of honor? It'll be so fun. You know?
And then
if you didn't already set those expectations, you kind of can't be mad at her for not doing them. You know, she's not going to be able to read your mind.
Yeah. People don't know what they don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I agree. I think it's just a title.
Yeah.
And like different friends will help you out in different ways. So if you want her to really be that maid of honor person on your day of, have that conversation, be like, this is what I need for my maid of honor on my wedding day.
And everyone needs different, like I've been in bridal parties where the bride is very like self-sufficient and would like to do everything. And then there's others that like need a little bit more help, depending on your relationship with them too. So set expectations, anticipate your needs, and communicate them.
So I would not demote her. I would not demote her.
Yeah.
I feel like that
demote.
would cause
A lot
She's going to
of
resent you. And then she's going to resent the other friend.
Yeah.
And then the wedding's going to be really awkward.
You don't want that. You don't want that energy at your wedding.
Yeah.
No, just keep her with the title.
Yeah.
She's been your best friend for so long. That's kind of that mantle.
Yeah.
But then just reorganize how things are going to go the day of.
Yeah. She could be maid of honor, title,
Yeah.
and name only.
Yeah.
You know?
However long you guys have been friends, like she's shown up for you, obviously, in other emotional, physical. Well, I guess that's a weird way of saying it. She's been there for you in different ways. It's your friendship isn't only based on your wedding day and all the events leading up to it. So just remind yourself that.
Yeah.
Just relax at the spa.
Yeah.
Relax at the spa. Enjoy your time at the spa. If your other friend's helping, they're helping.
Yeah.
That's
and
nice of
special
them.
thanks to them.
Special shout out.
Give them a little cupcake.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can always like throw something in your speech when you thank, you know, everybody for what they did. You know, a little thank you to so-and-so. Well, hey girl, thanks for that. You were really helpful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today on You Can Sit With Us. Remember to be nice to people, stay warm, get vaccinated, wash your hands, pee after sex, and tip your servers. Until next time, bye.
Bye.
Bye.